You want to keep your energy balanced. You want to keep all aspects of the self balanced. You have happiness and sadness. These two things being polar opposites. Both being extremes. Of course, you have yourself just good or normal. This falls in between the two. So sadness is an extreme and happiness is an extreme as well. Now, of course, we all speak as if we strive to be happy, but this should never be the goal. The goal is just to be all right or okay. Experiencing happiness ever so often and experiencing sadness ever so often. But keeping the vibration for the most part right there in the middle at okay. Now, when one experiences happiness, which is an extreme, when they come down from that extreme, their norm will now appear as a sadness. And so one polar opposite will manifest out the other. Meaning a person experiencing happiness is what manifests their sadness. What goes up must come down. Now view this as your norm. This is sad. This is happy. When you raise up to happy, you bring sadness up to your norm. Therefore, when you come back down to your norm, it appears as sadness because you have raised the bar now. And so your norm is not good enough. Now, I want you to understand, nothing in life is bad, so this polar opposite or extreme system can be useful if you grasp what I just said. Some of you guys need to raise the bar from your norm. You've been there too long, it's not even healthy anymore. And so you need to find a place of happiness so that this comfort in norm begins to become a sadness to you where you pull to leave it. But let's just get back to the point, which is the polar opposites and how one brings about the other. Now let's say your norm is here. Of course, sadness is here, happiness there. Let's say you fall into a depression or a sadness. You will bring happiness down to your norm. Therefore, when you come up from this depression or sadness, just your normal, regular day, or you being okay, will feel like a great happiness or an extreme. You get it? Because you've lowered the bar now to where your norm is happiness. And it's just a normal. You get what I'm saying? And so now your normal will be somewhere in the realms of depression. A lot of people bring themselves down in this way. They become depressed. They lower their happiness bar, bringing it down to normal. Therefore, when they come up from their depression, their normal feeling feels like an extreme happiness. You get my point? In that, when they go back down to normal, they'll be back to their depressed, meaning their depressed stage will become the norm to them. You get my point? Fall into depression, raise back up to normal. Now, happiness has been lowered to normal, so your normal feels like an extreme, which is a happiness. And so you're going to come down from that. But you're coming down from normal to depressed or sadness. This now being your normal. And so you see my point? Polar opposites go so deep, especially when you're speaking in regards of the emotional state. This is why having sex so much, which is an extreme in regards to the emotional state,